Hello, welcome, welcome. We are taking a look tonight at what you don't see coming in the month of March, right? We're on the latter half of February, and we're all about moving forward, looking to the future. In case you haven't noticed on this channel, it's all about forward projection. And so let's take a look. This is going to be tapping into that energy overall. And then at the end, I'm going to actually look at how it's going to affect each sign. And so I'm using my tarot of oppositions because I want to look at the light and the dark side, the light and the shadow side of things. I feel like we get more out of the perspective that way. It goes just a little bit deeper when we look at both sides of things. Also, I might clarify. I'm not sure which deck I'll use to clarify. Maybe the Crow Tarot deck, since it's here right next to me. Might as well. We may even tap into some Oracle as well. No, we will. We will tap into some Oracle. And so let's take a look and see. Let's take a look-see. For March, let's take a look. What is it that we don't see coming in March? I hope you guys are well. Where's my manners? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Please like, share, comment. It does help my channel to grow. I appreciate all of the interaction, all of the love that you guys show. It is very much appreciated, and I send that love back multiplied to you. Okay. Let's see. So let's take a look. What is the energy that we don't see coming through to us in March? And so if you are looking for a personal read, you can definitely email me. You can also go straight over to my calendar and schedule as well. LettiSpeak is actually the email that you can use. If you are, as you know, these readings that I do generally, they're general readings, right? They're not personal, even though they may in fact resonate very deeply with many of you. If you're looking for something one-on-one where you can have something personal to you, hit me up. I'd love to read for you by email, or you can go straight to my calendar. The month of March, February, March, yeah, we're going into a 3-month. This could be a month of collaboration. This could be a month of creation. This even could be a month when we look at the shadow side of things, where there's going to be some unnecessary mingling, like third parties. I'm hearing that as well, where there could be some things happening like on the shadow side of our being. And so March is actually going to be a month to be on guard. The Lovers came out on the shadow side. The Lover on the shadow side could definitely cause us to be on guard, because it's all about being offered something that, it could be, and I'm hearing Snow White. Right? Snow White was offered that apple and it was poisoned, right? Being offered things, but not with good intention. This month may be a month to be I think one of the signs I just did around love, Spirit was letting you know to be on guard, not to take things for face value. I think it was Aries, and it was another sign. It might have been Taurus. not to take things at face value, but to inspect, look into detail with things. And like I always say, all money is not good money. All opportunities and offers are not good offers, right? Just because you have a plethora of options doesn't mean that they're all good. That means that you need to be even more choosy. The more options you have, the more choosy and the more picky that you need to be with those options, because not all of them are good. Some of them may be, and I don't know if you've ever heard of that term, the Trojan horse. Some of them may come as a Trojan horse, someone just wanting to get close to you or get in good, just to get close enough to deceive you. You know, it's that kind of energy this month. So this month may actually be a month to really be tapped in and really be observant. And it's okay to be a little skeptical too. I feel like that is going to be the energy that's going to be necessary for the month of March. But since this is the card that's coming out, let's see what this is all about. It is the Lovers on the shadow side. And the Lovers is all about choices. It's all about decisions. The Lovers is about balance. It's about the duality of things, right? Looking at both sides, the light or the positive side of things, and also the negative or the shadow side of things that may not be seen up front, hidden motives. But the Lovers could talk about having to deal with people, having to deal with things, right? Having to deal with situations this month. But we're talking about what it is that we don't see coming in March. This is the first card, not really pointing to anybody's energy. This is just the overall energy that's coming out. Why is the Lovers on the shadow side, this first card coming out for a spirit? What is this? Why is this coming out here? Please and thank you. The Lovers on the shadow side as the overall energy. Okay. We need to be aware, first and foremost. That's what I'm getting with this Lovers on the shadow side. Now, that could also be because things are really good. The risk is at an all-time high, because what comes out is the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. For someone, your fortune is changing really fast. Your money situation, your lifestyle, there's something that's changing really fast for your benefit, though. We have the Wheel of Fortune followed by the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. Even more so of the reason to be on guard. If this is the case, people will want to be around you. People will want to find out what you're doing. There could be outward displays of you prospering or being very abundant, and people may come in under other motives. You know, it may not be a pure motive that people are coming in and offering you things or trying to get close, you know. And so this is what's coming out. I feel like the energy is definitely going to be very abundant around you during the month of March. You know how it is. People don't know your name until you win the lottery. And all of a sudden you got cousins coming out of the woodworks, long lost friends that didn't even remember you until they found out you had money. You know, it's that kind of energy. It doesn't have to be money. It could be something else, some other form of abundance. It's something that people would see valuable and lucrative, and that would make you very attractive, whatever this is. So March is going to be a month to set good boundaries, right? But if we look at what's going to be the challenge to this energy, we have the Three of Pentacles coming in. This may have something to do with work or the situation at work for some of you. This could be a setting where you'll be working with others, a setting where you'll be out in the open and people can see you plainly. People will be watching you, and there's something about you that looks put together really well. This may be the thing that blocks out your ability to actually block out this energy, right? And I can't help but think of, somebody that loves to like be to themselves. I'm that person. So I know I love, to be to myself. I love to mingle too. But it's almost like it would be easy if you could do that. But there's something here that causes you to have to interact with others. And it could have something to do with work. Again, the month of March, the Three of Pentacles says that there is the need to be around others. It's not just you. It's not just you and someone else, but it's it's a few people. It's a few. And so there's going to be some gathering, right, of energies that will make you being able to protect yourself in some kind of way difficult. However, this Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords, which requires a level of sharpness, right? Entering into this new energy. There may be something happening that pulls you out of routine this month. There may be something happening that causes you to be extra strict, even, that doesn't give you a lot of room to be fluid. And so that may actually make it difficult for you to actually stand or avoid others or avoid this person or avoid these people, right? But let's see, that's coming in as the challenge, the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like that has something to do with workplace, or collaborations that you'll be a part of. It's some group setting, right, that you can't avoid. And again, we're talking about pentacles, and that's why I said it's probably something to do with work. It's something to do with work. And I don't know, for some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this. This has something to do with carpentry. You might work with tools and wood and building. For someone, it has something to do with carpentry, that kind of setting, building stuff. This could be like a construction worker. This could also be someone who is used to being isolated. And I'm hearing like a monk, like some type of spiritual isolated position that you have. But There's something about March that's going to place you around a bunch of people more than you want to be or feel like you need to be. That's going to make avoiding this energy difficult. Okay. And I feel like you are in the mindset of really just getting your work done or staying focused. And you probably have set in your mind possibly the things that you want to get done in March. With the Nine of Wands, it feels like there's some things that you have your mind set on finishing. And it feels like whatever that could be, you could be really close to it. Why is this on at the forefront? I feel like this is something that's at the fore, something that you've been working on for quite a while, and you could have waned on it. You'll be very focused in March on completing something. Yeah. I don't even feel like you're going to have a lot of time because your mind is going to be so streamlined in finishing what it is that you've been working on. It's almost like you could even be around people, but your mind is going to be somewhere else. That could also be a challenge because this is calling you to be like really aware and, on guard, on your P's and Q's, observing what's going on around you. But it feels like you're going to be excessively busy, like carrying a lot of, maybe even wearing a bunch of hats, carrying a lot of plates during this time, and working diligently. This may even be spreading you thin, right? I feel like your mind is going to be preoccupied with your obligations in the month of March. You may not even have a lot of time to really think in terms of what I'm saying, which makes this even that much more realistic. We're talking about that Trojan horse thing. If you're not paying attention, how much more easier it is, is it for someone to slip something over on you or will their way in, but I feel like you're going to be very focused on what it is that is set before you, what it is that you need to get done during March. You're not even really going to have time to entertain. Yeah, that's where your mind, I feel like your mind, this is talking about the mind energy. There's something that you are completely engaged in. There's a strong desire to finish something or even wait. You've been waiting on something. If that thing comes through, that thing is going to have all of your attention in March, whatever that is. Okay. Let's see. For the month of March, what is it that we don't see? Yeah. The Chariot. Whatever comes up in March, whatever that thing is that you'll be focused on, this is more of that energy. The Chariot talks about moving forward progressively. It talks about moving forward victoriously, not taking no for an answer. The Chariot is like undefeated energy when it comes to you pursuing what it is that you need to do. But it also comes along with there's a focus here about having to make certain decisions in the month of March. That's going to be very critical as you're moving forward. There possibly could be choices that actually will land you in two totally opposite different places. So choices are being highlighted for March for you. Because again, these choices that are going to be before you in March are actually going to be, I feel like, very significant life altering choices. And so choices are going to be a big thing in March. You're going to have to make some pretty heavy decisions in March. This could be around that, and not could be, but we're still talking about that focus that you have. This is going to have all of your attention here. The 10 of Wands is coming out again. Talking about being busy, having your plate full. And this choice could be between that old energy that has kept you really preoccupied and just super busy, so much that you're not available for a lot of things, and actually choosing something a little different, something refreshing. You'll have a choice to continue forward with this heavy load that has all your attention, or something refreshing like the Ace of Cups, something that will actually re-engage your interest and it'll pique and intrigue your mind. This is the energy coming towards you. I feel like you're going to have the choice of starting some new hobbies, some new passions. For some of you, this could be love coming in that may actually redirect your energy from just work, or do, or move. And it may, in fact, rewire your brain, the way that you're thinking, the way that you're moving, how you're like interacting with life. And it's two extremes. As you can see, this Chariot, there's one black lion and there's one white lion, which is contrasting one another. So these choices that are coming in are going to be choices that lead to two very different places, right? And so there's some choice or choices in March that's going to be very life-changing, possibly, if you choose it. Or if you choose to remain on this path that you're on currently, of just carrying this very heavy load and grinding it out, that's going to be a choice too. That's going to be a choice too. What are we not seeing in March? What are we not seeing in March? This will be the ending. March will bring in the first quarter, right, of the year. Feels like we just started the year. We're already a quarter in. I do feel like there is going to be some unresolved issues coming up in March for some. The 5 of Swords is some level of conflict that will still be brimming. Let me see what this is. This 5 of Swords is you possibly being engaged in some type of battle. This could even be a battle within your mind. The 5 of Swords, we talk about swords, we're talking about mind energy. This could be a battle with those around you in some type of way, some type of conflict. But when we talk about the 5, we're talking about almost like a power struggle, right? There could be some type of power struggle that you're engaged in that may be coming back from the past. This could be something that is arising in you from your past that's re-engaged with others. I do feel like you'll be very aware of this. Now, if this isn't your energy, this is definitely something to be aware of, because again, going back to that lover's energy of needing to be aware of who's around you and what you're being engaged, what you're engaging with or accepting. what you're being offered, right? This could talk about this energy. Because underlying sweet words sometimes is very vicious energy, right? And the beautiful thing about this that's coming out here, what's clarifying this Five of Swords is, first of all, the High Priestess, which means that you won't be blind to this. You're going to see right through it if you're paying attention, okay? You're going to see right through this. Let's see, the Five of Swords with the Eight of Wands. Quickly. This won't even, you may even see them approaching you. You may even see them before they even offer this to you or before they even attempt to start the conflict. I feel like Spirit is going to give you a heads up about this. You may have a dream about it. You may just get that type of feeling like, oh, something's about to go down or something's about to happen or they're about to, you're just going to have the inside scoop about this before it even happens. You'll be forewarned. You'll see it coming right from a mile away. You'll sense it as it's even rising up around you, right? I feel like the High Priestess and the Eight of Wands taps you into this energy of conflict. No matter what it looks like on the surface, right? You'll be aware of what it really is. You'll be able to see past the illusion of what's being presented. Because at the heart of this, no matter how sweet it looks, is conflict. And it's what's really, happening deep down in the hearts. And whatever that is conflictual. It's probably not going to be what you're being shown on the outside. So there's some conflict that may be arising from the past that may be coming back up for you to deal with, that may be trying to come back up and cause drama, right? In March. But you will be aware of this. It's not going to catch you unaware. Spirit's going to let you know before it even happens, before they even knock on your door or call your phone, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. Okay. Let's see what else in March do we not see coming. I'm going to be a little bit more nosier with this Five of Swords. So who is this? Give us some more information about who or what this is. This Five of Wands. What is this? Ooh. The Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. So this is going to be, for some of you, this is going to be something that's going to be around some type of creative endeavor for some of you. And I'm hearing there's going to be issues around where you're placed in this orchestration. Some issues around your position in this orchestration. And there's conflict, underlying conflict that's going to arise here with this again. It may arise around you being offered some type of position that someone else has wanted. This conflict is going to, again, be something that is covered with sweet words or sweet gestures, but at the heart, there's something else. And if it's not conflictual, this person wants something, right? Whatever is being presented is not going to be at face value. It's going to be a cover up for what is really desired, right? There's some level of deception here. Cups is actually water energy. So this could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Knights are actually fire energy. So it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Pages are children sometimes. It could be one of your kids, you know. I almost feel like, too, this could be by word of ear. This person is going to hear something, or they have heard something that's going to cause them to come back around. They're going to hear something like how good you're doing, or something fortunate that's happened to you, and they're going to come back around. There's something about word of mouth that Spirit is talking about here. And whatever that is, it's going to be visible, right? It's going to be plain as day. Like they're going to be able to look at you and see, oh, yeah, that is true. Oh, okay, right? And so, yeah. Hmm. What else do we not see coming in March? So I have the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is coming in on the shadow side. Now, for those of you that's a little bit creative, I hear Spirit saying with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, you can actually use this to your advantage, right? If you are like that type of person that is, what do they call that? What is the name of that? The Art of War. I think is the name of it, the Art of War. It's like how to skillfully engage, right, in this concept that we call mental war. You may actually use this energy to your benefit to, you know, even kind of get what it is that you want. Now, by no means am I suggesting this, right? But the Two of Pentacles on the light side, clarified or followed by the King of Wands, may suggest using the energy to your advantage. This energy in some type of way may in fact work for you if you are in position, right? If you're in a viable position. It's almost like playing chess, being on a chessboard. And I don't play chess, but I imagine, you know, for the people that play chess, you move like 10 steps ahead before things even, you know, before you even get to that move, you're already thinking 10 steps ahead before you even get there, right? It's almost like that kind of energy, because the Two of Pentacles is someone who is very crafty, like they're able to manage all the things at their disposal to navigate everything that they have on their plate. The Two of Pentacles is like the jack of all trades. They don't leave nothing on the table. They use everything, right? And they manipulate the energy to their advantage, the time, the energy, the space. They're doing all these things, you know, at the same time, trying to pull the most out of it. That's what the Two of Pentacles is. As you can look, it literally is like the jack of all trades type of energy. And they not only manage their time and their energy, but they have this ability to even manage people and resources. There's this skill that's portrayed with the jack of all trades, or this two of pentacle, where they welcome all kinds of challenges and see what they can do with it. And so I feel like this energy is one that for some of you watching this, you will actually play on the energy. You'll be aware of it, and there's some type of strategy that you'll take towards this energy and utilizing it in your favor. Yep. Yep. So when we look at the wands, the King of Wands on the shadow side, this is actually someone who, uses their skills kind of like in the shadow aspect of that, right? And so on the shadow side, you're looking at someone who I'm just going to read it to you. It says, you want a lot and may ask too much from yourself and those you are trying to convince. Thinking you know what's best to do doesn't necessarily make it right, ethical, or appropriate for others. Weighing your actions against the possible outcome is wise. Try to get what you want without forcing or hurting anybody, right? And so the energy that's working for you is the Two of Pentacles followed by the King of Wands. So Spirit is saying like this energy may in fact work, but just be careful, right? Be careful that you don't overstep your boundaries here. This is going to be like, performing surgery, this is somebody who is very skillful. And so I feel like for someone, you're going to see this energy working for you and you're going to use it to your benefit, or you're going to look for ways to use it to your benefit. I'm going to clarify this too. Why is the Two of Pentacles followed by the King of Wands here, Spirit? What are they thinking about doing? What will they be thinking about doing with this energy in March? This is what we're not seeing. What will they be thinking about doing? Changing the situation with death here. Changing the situation. What will they be thinking about doing in March? Yep, and the Ace of Swords. And so the death followed by the Ace of Swords is that energy. It's almost like turning this opportunity. The Ace of Swords is an opportunity to discover like new information, new experiences, new ways to conceive. This energy available, open and working for you is going to be an opportunity for you to utilize it to your advantage. They may mean it for evil, but with the skills and the knowledge and the intuition that I'm seeing displayed in this reading, you may turn that around for your good. Yeah. Yeah. And they may not even realize that you're onto them and you're actually utilizing and playing their game just from a higher level, right? Let's see what else comes out for March. Of course, I have to drop a couple of cards or it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be a reading. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know about March, Spirit? The Six of Swords is coming out. I feel like for some of you, you have a desire to move. Now, I don't know if this is moving from your residence or if this is moving from your workspace, but this desire to move is going to arise in March. This is going to come up in some way. The issue of moving is going to come up during March, especially if there is the energy of conflict in any space in your life as it pertains to home, as it pertains to work, as it pertains to family, any place where you have to be, there's going to be the thought about moving some type of way. And it may not necessarily be rooted for everybody in being dissatisfied or not being dissatisfied. It may not be rooted in frustration where you are. For some of you, you just want something better. You may see something better than what you have or where you are, and you're just ready to move up to something better. This could be necessary for you to if there has been some level up that you've had or you're about to have, right? This is going to be necessary to kind of complete that level up. It's like, okay, now we've leveled up. Now it's time to go ahead and move into another space that's going to be comparable for where you are or where you just moved or where you just expanded, right? Yeah. For some of you, I'm hearing this desire to move or to expand in some type of way may, in fact, you'll be realizing that you'll be going back to something that you weren't ready for yet in the past. And now that you've expanded or you've grown in some type of way, now you're ready for that you weren't ready for. You're ready for it now. And so for some of you, you may be going back to something that was previously considered that you weren't ready for. It was almost like the shoes or the clothes were too big. You weren't ready yet, but now you've grown. Now you can fit them, right? You can wear them now. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so something about moving in March to a better space or a space that's going to be more compatible with where you are. Okay. Let's pull a few more and then we're going to tap into each of the signs, the energy. I do feel like somebody's going to be just really freeing themselves. There's somebody that's going to be freed some way this month in March. There's going to be like a release of something. It could be debt. I'm hearing debt. You could be walking away from something that restricted you this month. Do you feel like March is going to be a month of growth? I have the Knight of Cups coming in on the shadow side. The Knight of Cups on the shadow side. Now, I feel like this month you may be in a position to recognize, the difference between like where you stand as opposed to others around you this month. And in considering the type of authority you have or power that you hold, there's something about remembering to move and to remembering the heart, not just moving off of sheer, strength. And, when you're doing things this month, or even when you're dealing with people, I feel like Spirit is bringing up the energy and letting you know that you want to be balanced in that way and not to leave the heart out of situations this month. In your endeavors, in your desires or your wishes, remember to consider, the heart space in all that you do. Also, seeing and remembering the value in others, right? Occasionally, when we're stepping into strength and power and we're having really powerful moments in life, it's important to remember and to see the value in others and not really be caught up in our ego or our own desires of what we want. And not forget that we are still, there's something that is very valuable when it comes to exchanging energies. This is almost like a warning too of not becoming too independent and not realizing that we are, in a world where we are most valuable when we're connecting. Okay, there's something here about remembering to value others. Even in our strongest points, right? As beautiful as this month may turn out to be, and as liberating as it may be for some of us, there's the reminder here that as we're pursuing our desires and making our wishes come true, to remember to look at others and value others during that endeavor. There's something here about that as well. I'm going to go ahead and end it with this last card. And then we're going to tap into each of the signs. So we are at 50 minutes. We have the Four of Wands coming in on the shadow side. The Four of Wands on the shadow side. And so this is talking about like necessary changes that will come in, that will result in March. Necessary changes. No matter what happens, right? This is the energy of tenacity that will result from March, or this is even, the reward of having this type of energy up until now. March is, I feel like it's going to be a very rewarding month for many of us. You may have already been in this energy, the Four of Wands, where you pass through seasons of life that wasn't necessarily lucky or stabilizing. It was difficult, it was rocky, but you stayed the course. and you took on even some of the negative, um, seasons of life, and you stayed the course. You didn't give up. You didn't stop. And you didn't get stuck. You became adaptable and fluid, and even willing, right, to even lose some of your stability and security as these changes were making in order to make change, right, to get to where you are this month. So I feel like this month is going to make a lot of people smile again. This is the result of you surrendering to a lot of difficult moments. And in March, I feel like many will be able to smile. Let me get some clarification. Yeah. Yeah. And not only will you smile, but it's going to, for some of you, it is going to be with people that were there during those tough times, right? This isn't going to be people who see you doing well and want to come and jump on the boat because now it's right. But these are people that were there when the boat was sinking and was helping you scoop water out the boat and keep it afloat. These are your soul people, your tribe, those that were by your side in the difficult times. And so I don't feel like you'll be isolating per se, but I do feel like you will know who's on your team and who's not. That is going to be evident. And there's going to be some reward here in March around, you being able to sustain during difficult times. It's almost like Spirit will be rewarding you for some things this month. And it may be openly too. So I'm going to go through each of the signs, and we are going to see what energy personally each of the signs is going to be in for the month of March. Now that we know kind of like the energy that's going to be prevalent in March. And of course, I'm going to start with Aries, and I'm going to try my best to keep the timestamps so that when you watch this, you don't have to watch them all. We can just go straight through to each of our signs and just click there, okay? So Aries is first. And then we're going to shoot straight through all the way in order to Pisces. Aries, you are up first. And we're going to take a look and see what energy you will be in March here. Okay. So Aries, 54:45 for Aries. What energy will Aries be in when March hits in the midst of all of this interesting energy? The 10 of Cups. I feel like you're definitely going to be enjoying this season. For you, you will be appreciating all that you have. And it's not about money for you, Aries. It's not about materials. For you, this is about family. This is about connection. This is about you being able to enjoy kind of like the fruits of life, right? You could be surrounded by children and family and loved ones and being supported, right? Getting your needs and, getting all of your emotional needs met this month. I feel like for you, the Ten of Cups says that emotionally you'll be very taken care of and fulfilled. And so, whatever part of this reading you land in, I feel like you'll be okay because you will have the emotional support to stand with you during this month, during March. Yeah, you'll be emotionally supported during March. And so March is going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. And however this plays out for you, you're going to be okay. You'll be okay. Let's take a look at Taurus, 54, 56, 45. What is your energy this month, in the month of March, Taurus? Taurus. Okay. That was a lot. Okay. For Taurus in the month of March, the Magician. You're definitely going to be in that energy of making things happen, Taurus. I feel like with this Magician, you may be snap dab in the middle of all of this energy here, especially as it pertains to that being really busy, bringing things about, juggling different things, carrying heavy loads. For you, this month is going to be all about bringing your desires to life or making things happen for yourself. Yeah. You may be singularly focused or wanting to be. I don't know how much of that is going to be possible, especially with other things that will be necessary, that will pull you into group dynamics. I do feel like your desire is to be able to work alone. And you may find yourself pulling away as much as possible in March. In times where you're able to do that. But you're going to be really focused in March, really trying to bring things into, bring plans to pass for yourself during March. Definitely focused on work or creating something. Let's take a look at Gemini. For the month of March, 5920. So what is your energy during the month of March, Gemini? Dang it. I'm just dropping cards. Okay. For Gemini, you better not be with the shenanigans in March. What's going to be Gemini's energy for March, Spirit? Give me one card for Gemini's energy. The Four of Cups. Yeah, you may not be wanting to be bothered. Definitely focused on something specific, and you're not taking any substitutes for it. You're not taking anything less. I feel like you will definitely be focused and have a single eye. For you, this the issue around having people offering you things may not be an issue because you know exactly what you want and you're not taking anything less than. You're not taking any substitutes. You're not taking anything early that looks like it, right? I feel like you are so very focused. Nothing will do but what it is that you want. You see how this bird is singularly focused on this cup? You can taste it, you can feel it, you can smell it, you can see it, and you're not leaving until you get it, right? That's the energy you'll be in March. You know exactly what you want. And it's almost like the energy of like, this is something that you've been yearning to experience, something, that you have not experienced. You've had, all these other experiences. You're yearning for something, this specific thing. You're set in your intentions and you're not taking no for an answer. And so this may, in fact, be for you not a big deal because you have decided in your mind already. And so anything that anyone comes to offer you is like not going to be a big issue anyway because you're not taking any offers anyway. You already know what you want, and that's what you're set on. So for Cancer, we have 102 or 103. Cancer. What energy will you be in this month, Cancer? King of Swords. I'm hearing perfectionist. Whatever you'll be working on, Cancer, you may very well be very close to OCD in the month of March. Like you are going to be wanting to do things like almost to perfection, like down to the inch of what you're doing, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. Like you're going to be so specific with what you're doing. Everything will need to have a plan and a strategy. You'll be very prepared and methodical this month. And you'll have thought everything out. If there is anything that seems like it's going to present a problem or something that you don't want to deal with, you're going to strategize around it, right? You're going to plan away everything that you don't want to deal with, and you're going to plan through everything that you've included in your plans. You'll be very strategic this month. Especially with your money. Yeah. I don't know why I'm drawn to this sigil. I'm drawn to this sigil. See that sigil right above the crown? I don't know what that means. Let me see. I'm being drawn to that sigil. So there's something this month for you, Cancer, that there's going to be a lot of representation this month. There's going to be a lot of representation this month. It doesn't say what that sigil is, but there's going to be a lot of representation this month. Um, so you may, in fact, be flooded with a lot of like synchronicities, a lot of symbolism. That may be a very high level of activity coming in for you this month that may, in fact, keep you informed on which way to go and what to do. You're very tapped in practically, right? You'll be very practically tapped in this month, Cancer. And that actually is going to help you to navigate, especially with difficult situations like what we were talking about here. That'll be present, conflict, or, people trying to slip something over on you. Like you'll be tapped in to the synchronicities. Okay. Leo, what energy will Leo be in this month? What is the energy practical for Leo this month? Okay, so I have the Death. I'm going to take two cards that came out for you, followed by the Empress. There's something changing for you, Leo, that's going to change the way that you move, the way that you interact and connect. It's going to change some part of your disposition, right? There's some change that's coming in. Maybe some events that have happened recently that's actually changing you into this more, I feel like your softer side is going to come out in March for some reason. You're going to be displaying more of your softer side and how you deal with things or deal with people. Even if it's somebody that you don't want to deal with or you'll be shutting them down, it's going to be gently, right? There's something soft that is coming in through you in March. Yeah. You may not be giving people a piece of your mind like you usually do, even though you may not want to be bothered or you see through people. This month, you may just be at kind of like at ease and not engaging aggressively. There's something about a very gentle, graceful energy that you'll be in the month of March, even if you know that someone is like playing with you or trying to take you for a fool. There's something else happening that actually has you in, a little bit of a softer energy in March. I feel like there's some things that could be going through your mind in March. This may be an internal, battle that you'll be dealing with. And when I say battle, I mean a battle within, where there's change happening. And maybe you're giving in to the change in March and kind of allowing yourself to experience a different way. For some of you, I'm seeing that for Leo with that Empress following the Death. There's something about a different way that you're seeing this month. And I don't know what has happened to bring you to this point. However, this is where you are. The Death says something has happened to bring you here. I don't know what that is, but that's where you are, and it's bringing you into a more soft side of who you are in March. Okay. So even though you may in fact still be dealing with these same situations or energies, your approach is going to be different. Okay. Yep, it's going to be different. People may even be asking, what's wrong with Leo? He's weird. She's acted weird today. What's wrong with Leo? Virgo, what energy will you be in March? The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. Are you embracing some new experience or some new piece of information or some new skill? That may be a part of what's changing or moving. If you're moving to a different department, you'll be doing something slightly different. You'll be adding another job on. You'll be doing multiple jobs. There's something new about your skill sets and what you'll be doing. There's something new that you'll be learning here. You'll be engaging. Your expansion is going to be in part of learning something new or doing something new. Yeah. What I'm feeling is that you'll be in discovery mode in March. This could even be learning in this experience that March is going to bring, right? There's some equipping that'll be happening for you during March, Virgo. You may be finding new skills to put in your belt, right? Doesn't necessarily have to do at work. This could be even life skills, but there's something new that you'll be embracing and giving your attention to. Yeah, something new that you'll be learning in the month of March. March brings in opportunities to learn something new or to experience something different, and you're going to be open to it. Whatever that is in this process, you're going to be open to it and learning something new ways of doing something or adding on to the skills that you already have. That's your expansion. So you'll be all open for it. 114.25, Libra. What energy will you be in? That just came right out. I didn't even have to do anything. The King of Cups in reverse. Now, why is that? The King of Cups in reverse for Libra in the month of March. Why will you be in reverse when it comes to the King of Cups? Ooh. There's something about what you'll be going through where you might end up in like an energy of needing a lot this month, Libra. The King of Cups in reverse is someone who is all over the place emotionally and is needing support, is needing a shoulder to cry on, is needing some, someone to hold them up. It is very close to the energy of like, I want to say like an emotional vampire. And if this is not you, Libra, this is what you have to watch out for. This is who you have to watch out for in the month of March. This is somehow, this energy has something to do with you. Somebody who just sucks up energy. Someone who doesn't have anything to give emotionally. And so they're seeking energy sources to pull from and to suck from. Right? This also could be someone manipulating or trying to manipulate you emotionally, someone trying to hold you in a position of blackmail even. This could be you needing to examine like what's going on and how you're enabling the situation in some type of way. March is going to be an interesting month for you, Libra. Okay, this is the energy. If it's not your energy, then it may be an energy that you'll be dealing with. And so, yes, this very much pertains to this reading, right? So pay attention, be aware, go back and watch the reading if you need to, Libra. Okay, I do feel like this is calling out some energies, okay, for you. 117.45 is for Scorpio. And you come out in your own reading. Scorpio, you are changing some things. Through this energy in March, it's going to give you an opportunity to just put some things to rest. And it could be some things that have been overdue, needing to be laid to rest and, released, right? Release the ghost, Scorpio. This month, I do feel like that change is coming in. There's a lot of things about change happening that I was feeling. Majority of it is something about moving. Also, possibly being placed in a fortunate situation where you may no longer have to do certain things that you've been used to doing or put up with certain things. I do feel like this is ushering in a change for you. And you'll be leaving some things behind that you no longer need in your new situation. Yeah. This is going to be a month of the change. It's going to happen in March. So the way that you start March may be very different. You may be in a whole totally different position or lifestyle even by the end of March than when you started it. Okay, you may be unrecognizable by the end of March. Saggy is at 119.55. Saggy, what type of energy will you be in March? Too many. For Saggy, what type of energy will you be in? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Not only will March bring the gift of a new beginning, along with that new beginning is going to be extra guidance. See those white feathers? Now that's almost like angelic guidance, right? Where's the white feathers coming from? Because the bird is black. So these feathers are not of the bird. This is something supernatural, something spiritual. that is there as guidance, right? So there's some new beginning that's coming in March that's going to guide you through this new beginning. There's something about you experiencing something totally new, something totally different in March with the Ace of Wands. You may be embarking upon some opportunity or some new experience with the wands, right? This experience may actually tap you into the ability to do something new. And it may have something to do with something you've wanted to do. I'm hearing that. And so March will be a turn of events that will place you in a position of fortune in that way. So your abundance may show up in the ability to do things you've been desiring to do, or something that you've been desiring to do with assistance. So it feels like there's something more than just your desire at work here. Spirit is gifting you this new beginning, this opportunity. And handing you something. There's something that you're being handed in March. Yeah. For some of you, I can't help but see the city in the distance, the view, right? It could be something, wands do talk about travel. It could be you'll be able to travel. You may be going somewhere where you've been wanting to go physically, or it could be venturing spiritually somewhere where you've been wanting to go, right? There's some travel that's happening here that's going to allow you to see something that you haven't seen before. And so there's some equipping that's happening here with you, Saggy, for the month of March. And I feel like that is going to be your preoccupation, is this new experience. And so going on to Capricorn 12405, Capricorn. What energy will you be in the month of March? What is your energy in the midst of all of these situations? And of course, you will come out in your own energy. We have Capricorn energy with the devil here. For some of you, you're going to be abundant with a lot of money. The Capricorn can talk about having just an abundance of money and an abundance of material things, so much so that you'll need to be careful that you don't become attached to them and forget about everything else. For some of you, this may mean that there could be things that you'll be overcoming. Struggles that you've had internally. March is going to be a month where you'll be liberated, right? Remember, I was talking about there's going to be movement in March from one place to another. It may not be a physical move, but the move may be experiential, right? It may be you being released to be able to experience life in a different way. You're being released or liberated from something in March. You will no longer be held bound to it. Yeah. Now, there's also the need to still be aware, right? Because the energies that we talked about in the reading, we add that on to the energy that you'll be in. And so you have to navigate those experiences while also navigating your inner experience too. And so there's going to be a releasing happening within you. I feel like this could cause you to have to be extra careful, like with who you allow, into your personal space. This may, in fact, place you in a vulnerable state, especially if you're just being liberated, right? Let's just be honest, right? And so this may mean that you might want to select people that you trust, right? And just be extra private about what you're going through this month. You know who you can trust, right? And you know those that maybe you don't know that well. And so this may be a month to really just hold your stuff close to your heart. I do feel like there are transitions that are happening, very deep transitions for you. You may be, in fact, looking at your struggles, whatever those are, in the eye and challenging them, which will also place you in a very vulnerable energy too. Yeah. This feels like just being tired of being, in this certain space. Like, okay, it's time to defeat whatever this is. And so for you, there's just a very heavy internal challenge that'll be happening, an internal challenge that'll be happening for you, okay? You came out in your own energy. I feel like you could possibly feel very much in your element too in the month of March. You could feel a lot like yourself. Maybe you haven't in a while. March may present an opportunity for you to just kind of, oh, okay, finally back to, there's something about feeling like yourself or your old self, coming back to yourself. That may happen in March for you. Okay. So you may be feeling very comfortable in your skin, Capricorn, in March. Okay. But that's for you. And then we have Aquarius at 129:15. Aquarius. What energy will you be in, Aquarius, this month? Judgment. So now for you, Aquarius, this may be a month of bringing up old stuff, resurrecting something from the past here. There's something that might be coming up to be healed. I don't know if that's that conflict thing. There could be something coming back up that you're ready to deal with, or you're ready to kind of reconvene with. There's something being resurrected from the past. There's something that's relevant from the past that will be very relevant in March for you. This could actually bring in some clarity for you, Aquarius. This could also play as a building, something that will build you up in some type of way, that will help you continue to move forward in some type of way. See, the judgment is right before the world. The world is a completion. The judgment usually happens right before you complete, because there's the need for a quick review, right? Or a finalizing, or a sewing up of loose ends, right? Before you actually close it out. Okay. If there were any lessons to be learned, you want to make sure that you get it all, because now you get to walk in this next part of your journey, this next season, with the wisdom of those lessons. And so it's a last call, right? For turning those lessons into wisdom, to make sure that you got it and you understand it, the reason for it, how it happened, and how it came to be. This is the reasoning behind all of the experiences that led you right here, right before you walk across the stage, right? So March is kind of like a replay and a recap right before you sew it up and move forward. So March may play a big part in things around resolving for you. March could be resolving. That's a good word for you. And you put whatever needs to be after that word. March is going to be for resolving. So that conflict did come up. And I felt like that was definitely past energy. But it was clarified by the high priestess. And so this is not something that you don't already know. You already know. And Aquarius, you have been super, super tapped in all of my readings lately. The high priestess comes out. It's like you could be really on point, right? And really tapped in to yourself and just really understanding yourself and your, your experiences. You could be super aware of where you are and how you're navigating life right now. You just seem like you're just super tapped in, right? Every time I do a reading lately, like you're just like super on point with things and with where you are. And so March is going to be like you doing some kind of work around you being able to move forward. Okay. And then lastly, we have Pisces. What energy is Pisces going to be in? What energy is Pisces going to be in? This is the last sign, and we'll wrap it up. What energy will Pisces be in? And we have the Magician again for Pisces. And what I'm hearing for you, Pisces, is you'll be creating. For some of you, you will be fixing, right? Creating solutions, fixing something, or trying to fix something. But for the most part, I feel like this particular month in March is going to be very creative for you. Mind-wise, there's this translation of mind energy into physical energy, physical matter is what I meant to say. So for some of you, there's this creation happening. There's this mind energy being transformed into physical matter. However that plays, right? The Magician loves to play in both worlds, right? Loves to play in the spiritual world and in the physical reality world. That's his playground. That's her playground, right? As a matter of fact, the energy of manifesting from the spiritual to the physical, right, is the area where the magician lives. And it's all about creativity. That's the energy that we're talking about. And so you'll be in that energy this month. However that fits with the reading that we were talking about, there is a need to be aware, right? There's a need to be aware, to be watchful, and to really be tapped into what's going on around you, okay? But I feel like you'll be in that energy, which causes you to really be open. And so there's kind of like a balance, right? Of being open and receptive, but also being closed and protective in ways that you need to be. And so you could be balancing those things in March, just trying to not be too guarded, I feel like, but at the same time being open enough to do what you need to do. Okay? That's what I'm feeling for you, Pisces. So that was the reading. That was the reading. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how it resonated. What we don't see coming in March, right? And so like, share, comment. Let me know if you like a personal reading, or if you have questions, you could always just email me, right? I also have a calendar. It's usually down in my description. You can click on that, go over and schedule. And that's what I have for you this evening. Just something really simple, taking a look at the energies that will be present so we can kind of see how they pan out and also prepare for them, right? This is what it is. And so until next time, take care. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not. You're just passing by for the first time. Hit the bell if you do, so you'll be notified in case I go live in the future. And I'll see you guys in my next reading, okay? This is what we don't see coming in March. Ready or not, here we go, okay?